some thoughts on, how I feel about some things, and I've been watching the phases of the bloodline for the last, shoot, let's see, I started. My first dog was in 2016. Got two dogs in 2016, and Sinclair Jade, Sinclair's Sammy, and Jade was the blend of the Slim Jim and Sinclair, and Sammy was just the whole Slim Jim dog by itself. But I was just, really just thinking, man, and the sky litter is getting ready to come up in about probably either today or tomorrow, sometime probably like before the 15th. I'm thinking it's gonna be tomorrow. So, I got her ready to go, and I just been thinking about just looking how we don't make progress with some of our dogs crossing in. It's a three-way cross. You got the Sinclair, Slim Jim, you got the Wilkins stuff, and a lot of that's been really going good. And I like the way Obsidian and Sky Litter came out the first time. That's why we did the second breeding. And I was just thinking to myself, I said, man, that litter right there reminds me so much of Lackey's Brit and Sinclair Jade first breeding, because them dogs really came out. Salute, salute, salute. Them dogs really came out really, really good. They came out athletic. They came out smart. Um, very obedient, just like the litter that came out of Sky and Obsidian. And I'm looking at it, but I think it's a little bit more, a little bit more penetrated stuff. And like I say, Ralph he was one of my smartest dogs ever, but he didn't get that high prey drive till an altercation came. But anyway, where I'm getting to and where I'm leaning at is I'm gonna build everything around that litter. I'm doing the half brother, half sister. That's why I want the girls, and I'm a reflect everything through that, because I like the balance that they give and the obedience that they give and the high prey drive, the smarts, the mouth, the drive, the intelligence, man. Sky really has bred some good dogs, and hopefully she can breed some more good dogs. Salute to y'all. Salute. How y'all doing today? And so we just came to say, just talk about from 2016 to now. That's almost been damn near 10 years, 9 years. I've been back in the game strong, and I don't learn. And sometimes we want to jump. We be right here, but we want to take that little bit and then try to jump way. And in life, you ain't gonna be able to do that, and especially in a dog game, you just definitely not gonna be able to do that within that amount of time. You see, I'm almost at a decade already. You see how fast that just don't happen. And I don't seen some good dogs come out of everything that I don't bred, just by putting vision, manifestation to it, and just really digging into that pedigree. But like I say, we're gonna really base everything around Obsidian and Sky offspring. So I'm gonna take the half brother, half sister, and breed this litter that she get ready to drop, and breed back with the first one. Then I'm gonna do another double up on whatever dog I use. I'm gonna double up and do the same thing. I'm gonna breed it right back over, and then out of them offsprings right there, I'm gonna take and breed some stuff right back into it, because I really like that, man. What I got going on, as far as that formula with Obsidian and Sky, man. Really, really solid dogs, man. Really solid dog. Snubbed. What's up? What's up? How y'all doing today? But I really like what I see out of them. The litter get ready to drop within a day. I told my brother to go ahead and check on them for me, because now she's getting down to that. When they start kind of digging and clawing, they trying to make some room, or feel like a safe place to lay her pups or whatever. So, and I ain't worrying about them. Like I say, the first time she had them, and I had to help her, and she was kind of a little bit static about me touching them, but she had to understand. But once she understood me, and we made that, that we muted that energy, like, okay, I'm cool with you holding my pups, even though I'm her owner now. But still, that was her first time. But She went on here and had a nice litter of 6, man, 1 female. So hopefully I'm looking for females so I can, like I said, do some things furthermore with that because I see a bright future. And we were just gonna talk about how the phases, because the first phase, what I did, or the first breeding with Lackey's Brit and Jade, there was, athletic, super athletic, smart as hell. They all, that prey drive didn't click until like a little later on. But then when the second litter I did with Lackey's Brit and Goya Bean, man, them dogs were so game. They was gamier. Like I'm telling you, boy, they was really gamey. I mean, I'm telling you, they was just 4 months. A little female I had, she was just ready. She standing up the big dogs, her tail up and everything. I'm like, God Almighty. So the difference between them, there was a little bit more tougher hide with the second litter, a little bit more gamier, and the high prey drive instantly came. But they were still obedient too. But I think the first litter was a little bit smarter than the second one. But you want to basically see out of every breed, and you want to pull something out. And I always say this: as long as they give me something to be able to hold on to or gravitate to, and then that way I can go forward. But if a dog or breeding don't give you nothing, you really can't basically do nothing. So let's see what he say. I'm doing good. Yeah, that's good, man. And you basically can't do nothing with that. And but it's some, man. It's really, man. I really see some a high future and that setup or that blend or that formula or that combination between Obsidian and Sky, because they check a lot of things off the list. And only thing that really the dog that I'm gonna be using that came out of they first litter is his name is Oz, and man, he checks everything off. And man, like I said, prey drive there, the obedience is there, the balance is there, the alertness, the mouth, the wind, the strength, the prowess. I mean, everything this dog checking off for us. I love it, and it kind of remind me of some like my old stuff of his great grandfather, yeah, that's great grandfather, yeah. Lackey's Diego, man, he was lean like that, but he was way bigger than his great grandson. He weighed probably about 50 plus pounds, but leaned up muscle. And you can feed him some old bull jive, and that mother would just be so ripped up and cut. And when you can do them dogs like that, the real old pit bull, the genetics is really, really there. Genetics. So that's what we're looking for, the genetics. I'm looking for that, but I love the balance. I love if I have a dog on the yard and they accidentally get loose, and I'm able to say, no, stop. They should be able to just hear me, and be coherent, dang, I'm saying it wrong. Coherent, coherent. I'm sorry. Dang, I just got a brain fart. To me, when I'm speaking to them, and they should be able to just be, like that with a snap of the finger, and that litter definitely brought out that. And so, like I said, so I want to build everything around their offsprings and then go right back into it. And the dogs that I'm gonna breed eyes to is his great aunt, two of his great aunts. Um, and I think it's gonna be some amazing dogs that's gonna come out of these. So I'm gonna breed them the 6 females. He gonna breed to us two of his great aunts, and then one great aunt, and then some cousins. Like the rest gonna be cousins after that. So we really should be having some good dogs as bred. And man, we got some beautiful things that coming. And we still keeping our prices at a great working man price. As far as our dogs, man, this litter right here probably be like around 650. At one point in time, like 2 years ago, when I had Obsidian and Brittany litter, their litters were going for $300. I would let them go to show the world that we breeding out good solid dogs over here. It's very quality. And so you were saying the real. Yeah, man, I do, man. I definitely do. I do, man. I really do. I've been around the game for a long time, but I really didn't really understand it like fully till I really started mushing with interacting with the dogs more. Like I seen a lot since I was like, 5, 6, 7, 8 years old. I seen a lot, and I don't seen some hellacious, hellified dogs. Like I mean, really in my time that really had, everything on the checklist, and that's what I'm looking for. And we and what I kind of got my setup from and my ideal from is this kennel. I gotta salute y'all. It's called McNamara Kennels. They don't really sell too many dogs anymore. I believe. I mean, when I was looking at them back in the early like 2000, and it was probably about that time, about 2014, 15, before I got in contact with this blood, Alonzo Green with Eli Bolio. And man, they had some dogs, man, that hike for 3 hours, and the dog would be fully grown, the puppy be biting on their ear. I'm talking about shaking it, and the dog was just so dialed in for what he was supposed to do, man. And I love that balance they had in their dogs. So I said, I want to have mine like that, but also they still have the material and the tools to have that on and off light switch to where they'll know when it's ready. Like I wish I had a lot of dogs like Centipede, in which I think this dog that I'm gonna be breeding to, which my mentor, he got the dog, man. I think this dog so much reminds me of Centipede, because he ain't about like 30 pounds, but man, like I said, man, he checks off a lot of things on the list, man. I'm telling you. So and when I get like that feeling to where if something is right, then I definitely, I feel it in, I feel it in my spirit, I feel it in my blood, to where I'm making the right decision. I think he's gonna, you know, he's the one to breed all them six females too. And I had another dog that was in mind, his cousin, but I got to get the paperwork and stuff on him first. So I just said, well, I think I'll go with him, because when we talk about him all the time, he said, man, this dog right here, man, he got it, man. So, and that's what I really want. And and big shout out to Top Notch Kennels. That's where I sold a dog to him. He bought a dog from me, and we just really connected, man. We gravitated to one another, and it was a beautiful thing. And he gave me some knowledge on some old information, and he got some STP buck with some red boy jocko, and some touch of termite, and with some snooty back on the back, like around in the six, probably like maybe about the fifth generation snooty and Lonzo mixed together. And like I say, a lot of that stuff ties in to my dogs. You know what I'm saying? A lot of that stuff tied in, because I got Bolio, Tombstone Bolio. I have Eli. I got the Greenwood. I got the Lonzo. So all that stuff will definitely tie in with one another. But yeah, man. What's up, Kill Bill? What's up with you, man? But we got a bright future, man, and this Obsidian and Sky, man. Like I say, man, it's a couple of people that's gonna get some that got a guy that's about 2 hours away. He wanted some from the last litter I had, but during the winter increments, the dogs they go through a phase, and some of them can be able to bear that. But I think I didn't really have them equipped enough, like I wanted to, and I could have took them in the house. But you still got to honor your daughter and your wife, smelling the smells and coming home smelling. That's so I didn't want to do that, so I had them in my garage. But all of them died. He was supposed to get one then, but hopefully he can get one out of this. And man, it's like the purple ribbons, brother. Purple ribbons. Let's see. I feel that snooty blood. I already knew when you started explaining that there were some snooty blood in them, and what you do. Oh yeah, yeah, oh yeah, definitely, man. I'm definitely that old snooty stuff, that the best of the Eli Carver, man, and we just putting it back in there. See, what my old bloodline is the old Eli Kobe stuff. It jumps around. It kind of like it jumps around. Um, and what I mean, like it jumps around, like you can't just look at names, because if you look at names, you say, "Oh shit, the shit scatterbread." But nah, you got to look at it, because when you read the pedigree, you have to go back to forward, because if you don't go back to forward, then you ain't gonna understand. You're gonna be lost. And I was like, it took me a while. I was like, dang. But my homeboy explained his bloodline like I know at least 20 times. It seemed like 100 times or maybe 1,000. I had to get in there and study for like 2 years to really understand where this stuff coming up. And the more I studied, the more the stuff really started clicking to me. And I was like, oh yeah, now this is why they done this. But yeah, my old stuff is basically the Eli Kobe. Then it jumps around like a little bit of outs of stuff, like they'll jump around to the Budweiser stuff, which is, it's the Tombstone Bolio, Old Family Red Nose, the Champion Red Ross, and it jumps around, and then you got the Clout stuff bred up in there a little bit, and then it goes back to the what it goes back to. Then it puts like Kobe back on there with Eli, so it goes Finley Bowl back to Honey Bunch. So that's what is that? That's Kobe Eli, same stuff. So basically, primarily, it's a Eli Kobe dog with a couple outs. And then when you go down to the bottom, the bottom side of it is still basically the same thing. It's Old Family Red Nose. Then it goes back to Zebo Eli, and then you got the Old Man of Steel. That's the kind of the Kobe Eli stuff too. When you read it, I mean, it ain't got a lot of stuff on the Old Man of Steel, and then it jumps back to the old Hammond stuff. What they blended in there. So what these guys were doing back then, they were making some rough and tough dogs. They really were. And I really like the way this stuff been really blended between my blood and the Sinclair and the Slim Jim. It's really been really mushing, and I really been understanding the combination of dogs, what I really want on there. Because me, basically, I don't want to just go for a dog that's just wanting to fight all the time. Even though they were designed for them to get out in the fields and do what they do in the woods or whatnot. But I want a dog that could be good with whatever age of kids, and be able to listen to a kid. But then whenever they see a stranger, they know how to, boom, they say something ain't right. He gonna bark, or he gonna let them know, you better not touch this kid. So I'm going definitely in the right direction. Okay, he said that's what I'm doing right now with the surreal blood put in the old car. Oh my God, man. Hey, I about to say, young man, Mr. Baker, yeah, inbox me. I like to see what you got going on right now with that Sorrells. That Sorrell stuff. Some of the Greenwood stuff come through the Greenwood helped make some of the Sorrell dogs, a little bit of them when you go back. I can't remember because I got some Sorrell stuff back down up in there, a little bit of it coming down from the like the Jimmy Boots and all that stuff that's down up in there from the Lonzo Greenwood, Eli Bolio. And really, really, really good dogs, man. I'm telling you, really solid dogs. And man, but we still keeping our prices at a working man price. That's one thing I like. And we just trying to solidify some good dogs, man, and continue to keep that high quality. But man, the guy that I was telling you about, Top Notch Kennels, man, when we blend in, and we gonna be trading pups. Cause like I say, he invested in, and I gave him a pup, and he bought a pup from me. And that's how we've been doing it. And like I say, a lot of people don't understand that. That's how the old timers did. They seen a man at a convention, or they might have just met the first time, or they might just been going to look, and they just start, they bump conversation to fire off a conversation. And he like, well, yeah, I'm working with this, but I'm just coming out here to see what's out of this convention. And he said, well, I got this. He said, oh, really, off this? And now they say, okay, let's trade pups and see how they turn out within the next, 15 to 24 months. Stuff like that, man. And it's a beautiful thing. Yes, man, definitely Greenwood as well, basically. Yeah, man. Like I say, man, take down my information. My number is I like to study other pedigrees too, because that way it just keeps me open to every bloodline, because and it keeps me wanting to try something different in an aspect of just seeing what the old timers did in the 80s, 70s, 90s, and so forth, and going back and see why they done this, and then that'll give me a layout to what I really want to do and why they done it like that. You know what I'm saying? Why they use this particular dog or whatnot, or why they did it over multiple times. It has to be something special about them if they do it like that. So yeah, but my number is 980 365-0193. Give me a call, man, and send me some pedigrees, and we definitely can chop it up like dog men. And yeah, man. So, but yeah, guys, man, that's what I'm gonna base my formula around, that Obsidian and X Sky. I like how the dogs came. They half brother, half sister on the top, third cousins on the bottom. The dogs just they give a lot, man, to the table. They definitely get it. What's up, Don? What up, boy? Can't wait till this litter drop. That's what I was just talking about on here, man. Just I'm excited. I told my brother to go check for me, and I said I ain't did a live in a while, and I just been really just focusing on, some internal things with myself, and, financially, just dealing, just a bunch of things. You know how I get, but I'm still, bulldogging or whatever. But I was telling my brother, make sure you check, because it's right about that time. She should be able to drop by them 12. I got the weapon box set up. I got, the cedar down in there. I got all what she need, and so I'm really expecting some good things in there. Hey, what's going on, Darren? How you doing, buddy? It's 980-365-0193. Yeah, man, give me a call. I'm at work right now. I still got a little bit of work to do before I clean up. Clean up everything at the end of the day, and then so I said I'd do a little video while my mind was kind of fresh on it. But yeah, man, so we can really talk about some bulldogs, and you might have something I might want to inquire, down the line, or something to put back into this, um, and I tell people, man, you invest into me, I invest back into you. That's all you gotta do. That's how I was treated when I purchased these dogs. I invested in my partner. Man, he gave me 2 dogs. I bought another dog from him, and then he gave me another. So that's how I try to keep that going, man, and try to keep that relationship. Because at the end of the day, it's all about the animal. That's what it's all about, and the mutual relationship between the animal and you, and the person that you doing business with. So that's how I try to keep it. I got you, man. Just give me a text message, brother, and I appreciate that, man. Yeah, man. So we definitely expecting, some real good bulldogs. Hopefully I can get some girls. If I don't know, I'm gonna get one girl out of there, I'm fine, because I know I promised my mans that bought out of the first litter, his name Kane. I told him if anything, I'll just go ahead and give it to him, because I told him I promised, because he bought 2 dogs from me. Um, he really been, just, mushing on some things for the future. And it's a good thing that he kind of came to me and got some dogs, because, man, sometimes you can get out there and spend up a whole bunch of money in dogs, and you could have said, man, look, I could have started with this stuff right here. I could have started from scratch, because sometimes it's better to start from scratch, because then you can get out of your good and your bad, out of your blood, unless you just get something horrible. But a lot of times there's some good stuff around here that around an hour and a half, 2 hours, 3 hours away from me, that's really good. And then you trying to go, well, I want this because everybody else got it, So, but yeah, man, yeah, really, we focusing on building around Obsidian and Sky offsprings. And like I said, I want to take these girls so I can breed back to the males, so they'll be half brother, half sister. And that's my inbreed aspect. And then I'm gonna turn around and breed her back again, so they could do they can, so it'll be kind of doubled up on the half brother, half sister, back to back. And then I'm gonna go right back into the line bred. And but one thing I noticed, once I went back into the family of dogs that are going into another direction, which it could have been possibly good, but I went back into the family. It made the dogs even better once I did that. It made the dogs even better. Like, man, it made them even better. Man, it's just crazy. But I hope y'all having a wonderful day, man. I appreciate y'all listening, taking the time out to listen to all Will Kennels of the Carolinas, man. I'll let y'all see the pups, man. And I probably might just wait till about they get a couple weeks old, maybe a week till they, maybe 2 weeks, depending on the situation. Then again, I might be so ancient, I might show them then and there. But she get ready, definitely get ready to drop, and I hope I be there with her so I can have her to, be able to help her through the case. But I have had females that have puppies that didn't, that did so good with them. Like I'm talking about, I had one Goya Bean actually. She had them, and I felt like she was gonna have them, but then I didn't get over there. So that morning, man, and she had them in a little barrel. That's what now a lot of people use the barrels and everything, man. She didn't have one of them, not one of them smushed, not one of them. So she did really, really good with them, man. And I like a female that does that with the pups. Yep. But yeah, man, I'm gonna get off here. Like I said, I appreciate y'all listening, but really good some high hopes in that Obsidian and Sky, the second the repeat. That's what I call it. Yes, sir. Peace to you and prosperity, brother. Keep doing your things with your dogs, man. I see you, Kill Bill. Yes, sir, man. I like your channel, man, and I definitely support it. Like I say, we gotta support each other, man, to a certain extent. And the ones that don't want to support, oh well, you just you go on about your business. So I'm gonna keep doing me. And oh yeah, let me mention this too. Why it's fresh on me. We gotta stop trying to, cause a person or a kennel got some good stuff, hot stuff, and they've been having hot stuff. We gotta stop trying to reach their level. Just walk it through. That's all you gotta do with these dogs. Just walk it through. Your time will come. Trust me. Especially if you got something that's good, and you seeing it's good, and you got something to build off of. Just wait your turn. I know a lot of people, they be trying, like I say, they try to take that little bit and then they want to it don't work like that. Every blue moon it might work like that. You might find a good combination that'll get you right there. But then when you find that combination or that blend or that formula, where do you go next? Because it's gonna keep going. You know what I'm saying? You gotta keep letting it, circulate. You gotta keep letting it circulate. And I think that's why a lot of the dogs get watered down, because they don't know what direction to go to after they don't see nothing else. They keep just trying to go or inbred, or they inbreed breeding always ain't a winning factor, really, depending on what line you got. Like Zebo, for example, the heavier you got, the dogs start having brittle teeth, and they just, so you have to outcross Zebo to something else. Like they did a lot of outcrossing, like they outcrossed Zebo to Eli Jr. Eli, they outcrossed it to uh, you know, what else? Kingfish stuff I seen, back. There's some old pedigrees that I always look up, because I like to look up other pedigrees and just study. And them dogs, they make really, really good dogs, man, when they done that. When you, or the Zebo stuff bred back to a pure Kobe dog. I mean, it made some great stuff, man. So, but yeah, man, I can't wait till the litter drop, bro. I'm super excited about that. But I hope y'all day going good, man. Mine almost over. Like I said, I still got some stuff to do at work, and go ahead and get this off. I'm off for 2 days, and trying to enjoy them 2 days, and then got to work 2 days, then off the weekend. So yeah, I really didn't get to go to no dog show this year, but that's my main goal, to try to go to some dog shows. But my time gonna come, because every time it seems like I'm getting ready to try to prepare something, I always come up or something. So, but my time definitely gonna come. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But yeah, make sure you hit me up, Mr. Baker. Please hit me up, man. I would love to see. I think you probably just texted me just a minute ago, because I heard it. But y'all have a wonderful day, man. I ain't got nothing else to speak on my mind. I'm gonna give y'all about a good 30 minutes, man, of good just talking and making sense, and brainstorming, and formatting some things that I want to take place. And man, like I say, me and Top Notch Kennels, man. Like I say, that STP buck, that Red Boy Jocko, that touch of termite with that snooty with the Lonzo on the bottom and the back, man. That's gonna really, we're gonna make some animals. And he told me something too. I didn't know this. He said what Oz has, he got the twitching muscles. And he said the old time that told him the dogs had that twitching muscles, they have mouth. And he got another female that's like that, he gonna breed Oz to. So man, we gonna, hey, the sky's the limit, man. The sky is the limit. I'm telling you, the sky's the limit. But all right, y'all have a good one, man. Y'all have a good one. Hold on, let me go ahead and try to end this live. Let me see.